Good evening. Welcome to the 2018 Willcos Red Carpet Show. I'm one of your co-hosts, Tate Matthews. Glad to be with you for another year. Join alongside me, Coach Kerry Goodwin, Lady Spartans basketball, and Coach Darren joins Franklin Rebels basketball. Coach Goodwin, second year of the red carpet.
Yes.
You've been at every Willcos. This is the second year of the red carpet. I could not have been more pleased with last year. What are your early thoughts about this year?
I feel like now I'm a vet. Like I can actually say like I'm a part of it. But it's awesome to see how it's evolved, and it's just gotten better and grander each year. But we've got a really great lineup this year. Awesome athletes, awesome coaches, awesome teams. And I'm excited to talk to some of them before we get the show started.
It's going to be fun. We say this every year. We don't know how the categories can be any tighter than they are, and the performances that we see. And then once again, they've topped them again this year. Coach Darren joins back again, second year in Willcos, second year on the red carpet. You made a big splash since you got here. One of your teams is up for, your team is up for one of the teams of the year, but
yeah, I'll be biased during that particular awards or part of the award session. I think I've been hazed too. I'm only year two, so I got the sun.
That's right.
We're level sweat a little bit.
You also have the hair. I have to be out of the sun. So, well, we're glad to see a great turnout again this year. We've got the teams of the year again, and that's such a great category and so well represented. We even had a team postpone a game to make sure that they would be here for the Willcos. So that's very neat. Want to introduce our red carpet reporters back again for year two. Anna Glenn.
Yes, my name is Anna Glenn. I'm a rising junior at the University of Georgia studying journalism and sports media.
And my name is Sierra Bailey, and I'm currently a senior at Summit High School, but will be attending Western Kentucky next year to major in broadcasting.
Thank you, ladies. As always, they will be interviewing some of the finalists as they come across the red carpet, and glad to have both of them back. Obviously, Anna Glenn at Georgia. She's already on to great things. It won't be long. You'll be seeing her on TV quite often. Sierra will be right behind her, interning already, I believe, WKRN. So very excited about that. Well, Coach Goodwin, let's talk about one that's very close to you, to your heart, and also your expertise, the Women's Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's talk about these finalists real quick. Holly Harris, Franklin Lady Rebels basketball. Gigi Maddox. This is athlete of the year. I'm sorry, right? You know her well.
Excited to see
Let's
Holly
go to
graduate.
basketball. I was doing athlete of the year. So, but it is. We were very close to it. It's Holly Harris, Kira Downey, right?
Yep.
And then I believe we've got Grace Baird, Izzy Franco. Now you played against three of them, maybe against no one's. Okay, so you sit there and you say Carrie Downey, 1,876 total points.
Yep.
Well, Holly Harris had 1,700.
I know.
Izzy Franco had, she averaged 16 points a game this year. And then obviously Grace Baird, what a great year she had. No one this year with 15 points. So talk a little bit about that category.
You know, what's interesting, every single one of those, the scouting report is always different. Holly has such a unique set of skills, and so anytime that any team goes against Franklin and Holly, you've got to, respect not only the three, but, she has a great pull-up. She's extremely athletic. She's great off the drive. And then you switch over to Ravenwood, and Coach Harris does a great job. I think I saw her earlier. She was looking good. Downey is such a threat, too. She is hard-nosed. She's going to, duck that head and get to the rim. She can pull up whenever she wants. She has a great three. But, you've got Baird at Nolensville, and Coach Ladd's doing a great job with the girls. And then with Franco at Brentwood, Coach Miles, I love him and respect him, and he's completely changed how Brentwood is playing the game. And it's just a much faster pace, but I'm excited to see what's the outcome with this group. I mean, honestly, I would take all of them.
Yeah, you could win a lot of games with those four.
Yes.
You could probably play with just four.
That would be up for team of the year, I'm going to guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the team.
You probably would have taken Holly Harris on your team,
I would.
Franklin on the boys' side, right?
Yes.
All right, well, I'm not going to give you Athlete of the Year award category. You have one of your players up, so I'm not going to give you that one. I'm going to step outside. I know you're a sports fan, so Football Player of the Year. Darius James, Fairview. He was a Mr. Football finalist.
Multi-sport guy too, right?
He does everything.
Yes.
Yeah. If swimming season had it been in the summer, he'd have probably swam too. You've got Darius James from Fairview, Carson Shacklet, multi-sport guy, and then also Ty Carter, multi-sport guy until obviously his senior year. So those three are up for Player of the Year. What are your thoughts on that category? That's a tough one too.
It is, and I'm interested to see how the voters, they vote on this particular category. Is it dominance? Who's the most dominant in that one sport? Or is it, the multi-sport look? I'd be interested to see how they voted, and I would say that will impact who wins.
Yeah. Well, if you're talking about the football, now this is football, not athlete of the year, but athlete of the year, yeah, I think so. But then last year, Grayson Murphy.
The basketball,
That's right, Grayson Murphy.
Sorry, I was trying to
won
keep the
last
sun out of my eyes.
That's okay. Landon Guidry won it last year, but yeah, it's that's a tough one. Athlete of the year, I personally lean towards multi-sport, but then again, you have a situation like last year in Grayson Murphy where he dominated so much. And then I should have thrown this out there, Coach Goodwin. Kara Downey did win the girls basketball last year, so she's got a chance to be a two-time winner there. I tell you another one that I'm really excited about, boys wrestling. I think that's a fun one. Yeah. C.J. Grissom got third in the state at 195. Now, if you don't go to a lot of wrestling matches, let me tell you something. 195s are really heavyweights that cut down to 195. That's a tough category. And then you've got Job Dooley of Franklin and Jackson Clevenger, the only WCS state champion this year who did win at heavyweight for Fairview. So very excited about that one as well. And then, as always, I think one that is going to be really neat is very, close to you, Coach Goodwin, but with Summit Football with the Courage Award. Every year we see that presented by Dr. Matt Harris of Berry Farms Chiropractic, and we think, man, how are we going to top this? And it's another great one this year.
It's fun, each year we talk about that, what's going to be better, but this is a team that I think Coach Coleman and the staff has really just dug deep and, overcame adversity with such class, with such dignity, and, any chance that they can get to represent Max Hollis and his family, they do it. And our student body, our principal, our athletic director, in Spring Hill, it's interesting, but Darren, too, at Franklin, the community just gets behind so much with something like this. And, it was such a terrible and tragic thing that happened, but it was amazing to see the outpouring of love and support behind our boys and our staff. And, I'm excited for Coach Coleman and the boys to be recognized that, even through adversity, you can still find success, and that's exactly what they did.
Get the tissue out for that one, by the way.
Sir?
Get the tissue out for that one.
Yeah. Last year too, and the year before. None of this would be possible without Walker Chevrolet first and foremost. Dr. Matt Harris of Berry Farms Chiropractic, Adidas, John Mayer Builders, Peter Vaquet and Spring Tree Media. Peter Vaquet he's bailed Dr. Qualls and I out of many a predicament in game day. Makes us look good here. John Street Tuxedo, and Mr. Street, his father Mark. And the whole Street Tuxedo game, MTSU Media Department, and Mark Parrish, and Mark Cross, Buffalo Wings and Rings. Now, for those of you out here, I don't know if you know, but we made a little change this year. I think you're going to like it. You spoke, we listened. As you go on into Liberty Hall, you will be able to eat. There's going to be food in there, so you don't have to wait till the end of the deal this year to eat. So there's going to be waters and soft drinks and food. So as you make your way in there,
another great sponsor, by the way.
Yes.
Buffalo Wings and Rings.
That's
Don't forget those guys, man.
Great place.
They've been awesome.
And maybe somebody can make a delivery for us. If you're listening in Liberty Hall.
Yeah, you like garlic key, right?
Garlic key, definitely.
Okay, let me ask you this. Both of you have been different places, and I mean this, I don't mean this disrespectfully, but I think it goes with noting. You all have both coached at other places and taught at other places, high-level programs. Coach, you were at maybe the best high school girls program in the state, if not one of them. Coach, you were at a very successful program where you coached previously, and there's nothing like this anywhere else, is there?
No, not at all. Really, and I hope you can tell by watching what kind of event it is, but if you can see what's going on out here, you can't tell if it's the Oscars, the Grammys, the Emmys, the ESPYs.
Right.
But it's pretty neat. And what a great location here at the factory.
For those wondering, that is not Justin Timberlake. That's Ravenwood football coach Matt Daniels. Looks very much like him with the new hairdo. But still, we're glad he's here, but don't get too excited
Hey,
about
now
that.
didn't he do, I'm going to ask him, but didn't he do something where like the fans got to vote on a particular hairstyle if they won a game?
He's wearing it, I believe.
Oh, he is?
Yes. They're up for Team of the
So
Year.
he just went with it the rest of the year.
Yes, yeah. Now, I'm not going to tell you what he just told me before, that if they go to the Clinic Bowl this year, what he's getting ready to throw out. But let's just say I was a little worried about that one. But let's talk about male teams of the year. Franklin boys basketball.
Yes, my personal favorite.
First time. Did you get a vote? Oh, no. Okay.
I don't think so.
Franklin boys basketball. Ravenwood football. They're going to be coming up here soon. Fairview wrestling, Coach Bubba Derrick. I'm telling you now, that story's unbelievable. Independence baseball, Coach Mike McClory. And then if you look at the female teams of the year, this is a tough one, Coach Goodwin. Brentwood volleyball, what did they do? They've only won their fifth state championship in a row.
Is that it?
Ravenwood girls cross country won state in cross country. Ravenwood girls basketball state tournament, and then Brentwood softball. I'm going to go out on a. Coach Powell probably wouldn't like it, but I think they're getting ready to. They haven't punched it yet because we're not there yet. Yeah. I'm going to say 2 times in a row to the state tournament.
Yeah, and she's someone that gets it. By the way, I think she was the team you were referring to earlier. You know, they postponed their game tonight to be at this event. Yeah. And I think she realizes how special this event is.
That's pretty neat.
I will say there's a sleeper, though. Coach Mariska Harris at Ravenwood. She has done something amazing for those girls in that program. You know, she just last year, you both know, she was struggling just to get numbers. I mean, she had 8.
Would she have 8 total in the whole program?
On her varsity high school
the whole
team.
Program?
Yeah, the whole program. But with just injuries and girls deciding, just deciding not to play, and which is fine. But at the same time, she had to kind of look deep within herself as a head coach and figure out how she's going to make this team successful and really build the program. And that's what she did. And she ends up in the state tournament the very next year. So I can't help but be a little bit biased for that one too.
Well, and not only that, once the season started, it was a season of up and downs.
It was.
If you listen to her talks right before the district tournament, she said we probably played our worst basketball of the year. Yep. And then you come in and you
we talk
you
about
win.
Jekyll and Hyde all the time.
That's right.
We're very close, and especially even during basketball we become even closer. But she just says that the high is the best, but the low is the worst, and she doesn't know sometimes what her team's going to come out and do, but I think that's our struggle too. I mean, at the end of the day, we're coaching teenagers in high school, and you never know what the day in high school is going to bring, and what girlfriend or boyfriend's going to make each other mad. And but it's part of it, and that's what the joys of coaching are.
To talk about her team, though. Talk about her team a second. They had such a heartbreaking loss.
Yeah.
In the tournament against Franklin, that last second shot.
Yeah.
And then they responded a week and a half or so later. They're qualifying for the state tournament. So, they're to be commended. No, I don't know. It depends on if Franklin's considered a sleeper in the boys.
No.
So if they're a sleeper, I'm going to say yes. We're going with the sleeper. If
I
they're
know
the
this.
favorite, I'm going with that.
I know this. Most packed gym of the year award.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would it be Franklin Brentwood or Franklin Mount Juliet?
Franklin Mount Juliet was pretty special. Of course, that was a sub-state game, which we were very happy to be in.
Coach Goodwin, I petitioned Dr. Qualls to have a fist pump of the year award. He would not let me have it. Who would have won that going away?
Every time. I think, in fact, not even just a fist pump. I think I saw, don't get me wrong, Darren Joins, but you high kicked it and fist pumped against Summit, against another Coach Goodwin.
He did.
I can't help but be a little bit upset about that, but I totally get it. I
would have
done the same thing.
Right. On one side you have your husband, on the other side you have your red carpet co-host. Hey, all kidding aside, tell the story real quick though. I loved it. I think one of the things
Which story is that?
I'm going to tell you. I think one of the things that everybody at Franklin and really the WCS has loved about since you brought here, you have brought a level of enthusiasm. And I mean that with all sincerity, and it's awesome. Okay, Cane Ridge, you all win the semifinal region game against Brentwood.
That's right.
And you take off in the stands. Now tell the truth. You're up high-fiving, and you thought everybody was behind you, right?
So, for some odd reason, I guess the emotion of the game got to me. I decided to make a trip into the crowd, and I assumed all the players were with me, and I turned around, I was by myself. So some of those folks are here tonight, so it's good to see them. But yes, I didn't know I would be alone. I asked the guys there, I was like, where were you guys?
That's
You know
okay.
what?
Level
Coming
head
down
for those guys, not the
carpet
coach.
Right now, I would take all 4 of them, even though they all don't play basketball.
So here we are. We're ready to begin the red carpet. We're glad you're here. It's going to be a fun night. Again, stay as long as you want. When you're ready to go on inside, and there'll be refreshments inside. So the first category coming through to start us off 2018, the Female Athlete of the Year finalists, Holly Harris, Franklin High School, Logan Eggleston, Brentwood High School, Gigi Maddox-Page, and Kiara Downey of Franklin High School. Miss Holly Harris, come on in here.
Hi, sweetness. How you doing?
Franklin girls basketball. Holly, I got to ask you. Now, I crack this joke every year, and I'm going to do it again because I love your parents. Coach Wendell Harris, a long-time great coach in the Mid-State. Your mother, Ann Harris, obviously got all the basketball skills from your mom. 1,700 total points. Did Mom score that many? Do you know?
I honestly don't know. No, sir.
That's a lot of points.
Thank
There
you.
she
There
is.
she is. There's the stud.
Did you have more than 1,700, Mom? For your nowhere close. She said there was no 3 back then, though, right?
Yeah.
Right. They
Right,
didn't have a
right.
three-point line, so that's
You've
a
been
little
here
bit
before.
different.
Favorite moment from this season?
From this season, probably when our team won the district championship. That was just very exciting and something that hasn't been done in over, I think, 15 years at Franklin, and we were just all so ecstatic.
Well, you look at this category you're in here with. That's pretty strong company right there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations. We're glad you're here. You look very lovely. Congratulations. Anna Glenn with Logan Eggleston.
I'm here with Logan Eggleston, volleyball player at Brentwood High School. Logan, you won Athlete of the Year last year. What is it like being nominated yet again this year?
It's such an honor to be nominated with all of these girls because obviously they're all great in their respective sports, and so it's really an honor to be named with them.
You deserve it. Sierra, over to you.
Gigi, you are a 2-time finalist and hold the Page High School record mile. Tell me, who's inspired you to continue your athletic career at Auburn next year?
Probably my dad. He's my track coach, and he just helped me realize my potential as I grew as an athlete.
Awesome, thanks. We're so glad to have you here tonight. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sierra. Pretty strong category right there. Again, remember, Kiara Downey, who is the reigning, I guess, female basketball player of the year. She's in that category as well. Logan Eggleston obviously won that last year. Male Athlete of the Year finalist entering the red carpet now.
You might know
Reese
one.
Yes.
Glover, Franklin basketball.
Hey, he just took a shot when he got out of the
Ty Carter,
Summit
Summit
car.
football. Carson Shacklet, Brentwood football and baseball. Darius James, Fairview everything. All right. A little bit of stats here on Reese Glover. 25 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals per game. 37% from 3, 82% from free throw line.
We got a lot to work on the offseason,
Good
don't
to
we?
see you, young man.
What's up, Reese?
Hey,
How you doing, man?
I think Coach joins. I think you're the man for this job.
So really, the main thing I want to know is this: I want to know about his favorite coach, who that is.
Well, that's a tough question. I think there's only one acceptable answer here.
And that is?
You.
I appreciate that. We had to work on that, by the way.
I got a question. I want to know, seriously. I don't know how many big shots you took this year.
A whole lot.
You never backed down from one of them. You always been like that? Was there 7th grade or what? Have you always wanted the ball in your hand at the end?
Yes, sir. I was born that way. I'm a competitor, and I live for those big moments. I enjoy it. I thrive in it. So.
Well, good luck
Reese,
tonight.
You
Go ahead, Karen.
cost my husband a lot of sleepless nights. I will say that.
Hey, something you may not know about Reese, which I'm really proud of. He just received his results from his ACT a couple of weeks ago. 30
What?
on the ACT.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. Well, we were excited about that.
Anna Glenn is with Ty Carter.
Ty Carter, Summit football. Your career at Summit included the most wins in the history of the school in football. What does holding that title feel like?
It's great, just coming in and making an impact on the school and making an impact on the program. It's a good feeling.
Tate, back to you guys at the desk.
Okay, Coach Goodwin, real quick. We've obviously Carson Shacklet is playing football. Hopefully Darius will be. Ty, you looking slick, brother. I like it, man. That is strong. Come up here real quick. I know we're not supposed to, but he looks good.
His shoes are unbelievable.
Where did is this street? This better be street tuxedo, is it? That's what I'm talking about.
But these ain't street.
Can you get a close up of these?
Dr.
Dr. Paul's
Road
trying to take
Warriors
those
right
off
there,
their feet.
Tate.
Carrie, you know this young man
I
very
do.
well. What makes him such a competitor?
I'm amazed by this. Not just competing in the shoe department tonight, but Ty has such an innate way to see the floor, but also see the field. And there are so many. I mean, I hate to say it, Ty. We thought the worst when they were tackling, and then all of a sudden Ty would emerge from just a group of players, and then he would score a touchdown. So it was almost, it was so neat to see how he would use his body and his strength and just always overcome.
Good luck, brother. Appreciate you.
Good job,
All right,
Ty.
we're going to go to the teams of the year. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about all of it, but the teams of the year. So we're going to start with the female teams of the year. Brentwood Volleyball, 5 times in a row state champions. This is a total of 13 state champions. Ships TSAA record, Coach Goodwin.
Yep.
They were 38-6. I want to know who the 6 were.
Right.
Team of the year last year. I mean, when you talk about dynasty in Middle Tennessee, I don't know. I don't know that. You know, this is up there. What? Ezel Harding softball, Maryville football.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a dynasty.
Yeah. And, you know, Coach Campbell, she does an amazing job every year. I would love to just be a fly on the wall in some of her practices.
Coach, come on over.
We'd love to talk to Coach Campbell real quick.
Go ahead.
Coach Campbell, you are here again with your amazing team. And kind of just give us a little bit of how you're feeling for tonight and the competition that you're lined up against. And then, of course, you're up for Coach of the Year. I mean, you are a legend in your own, in my Williamson County world for sure. But the state of Tennessee is surely proud. I know as a female, I am certainly looking up to you and all that you've done. But tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Well, we're really excited and we're honored to be here. We appreciate the recognition, and we know we have there's great competition, there are great teams, great individuals, and we're just proud to be here and grateful for all the hard work and appreciate the recognition.
How do you get your girls every year showing up day in, day out? What does that look like for you? You know, your preparation, how much time do you put in? Can you summarize that for us?
Well, the girls put in a lot of time.
Yeah.
They're, a huge reason for our success are the X's and O's and their commitment. And it's just, you know, it's almost all year.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're just driven. And this year's team was just gritty. Because at the beginning of the season, Garrett Joyner, she had her injury and was told she'd be out for the season. And then we were going to be without Logan with her participation at Nationals. And the team just came together and held the fort down. And it was incredible. And it's just, you know, I was really, really proud of them. And, you know what?
Just glad to be here.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Thank you,
Barbara,
Coach.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good luck.
14 state titles, right?
I don't know
Is that
where you
right?
put all the hardware.
Is it 14 state titles?
Yes.
Unbelievable. I haven't been to 14 state tournaments as
No.
a fan even.
Okay, I believe we
unbelievable.
have Ravenwood girls cross country getting ready to come down the carpet.
Coach Goodwin, as the volleyball team was walking, I was thinking,
Coach
I bet
Miller,
she'd like to have a
Coach
couple
Miller
more.
definitely. I can
Yeah,
already tell you,
take
Coach
all
Miller
of
wins
them.
hat of the night, right? He's got to win that. State champions. Carrie, you're a runner. I don't like to run more than a lap.
Who lied to you?
That much?
Huh? Half a lap. No, seriously. You know, what is it? I mean, competitors. You know, I think sometimes we lose sight of that. But to win a state championship in cross country, you're competitors, right?
I think cross country too is so unique because a lot of the run you're by yourself. And so you're competing with your mind, with your body, and so it's such a mental obstacle that you've got to overcome. But then, you know, at the very end, you know, I coach cross country, and it was so awesome to see the last 300, 400 yards that you thought nothing was in the tank, and then all of a sudden, these runners are just, I mean, they're laying the gas down, and it's pretty impressive too what they're able to do just along the course of the 3 miles that they're running.
I forgot you were a cross country
coach.
I was
in my previous
Coach Miller,
days.
please come on up.
Coach, nice hat,
man.
man.
Welcome to stand behind you if they want, or they can go on in. Either way, I know it's hot. That way you can get a group shot. Coach Miller.
Yes, sir.
Come on up, ladies.
Come on
Congratulations.
Up, come closer. First of all, you win hat of the day.
Thank you.
That's very impressive. State championship. Talk a little bit about that. A lot of success in the track and field program, a lot of success in the cross country program at Ravenwood, especially since you've taken over. But state championship, that's a big deal.
It is. This is our fourth in the last 7 years, and this is an amazing group of young ladies. We were returning everybody from 2016, but for most of the season, we were missing 3 of our top 5 girls from the previous year, and yet they didn't lose to anybody in the entire state all fall. You know, we win the region by 28 points. Nobody gave us a chance at state. We win that by 30 points. These are some amazing young ladies, so I cannot overstate how proud I am of them.
Pretty strong. Good luck
yes, sir.
tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Love your hat.
Thank you.
All right, up next, another Ravenwood team, Ravenwood girls basketball. Oh, I'm sorry. Anna Glenn. We're going to go to Anna Glenn with Annika Silinoff.
Annika, the Ravenwood cross country team has been nominated for Team of the Year twice now. How have you seen this group grow in just one season?
Well, I know this year a lot of people had injuries and a lot of the top runners were out for the season in our varsity team. So I definitely just saw people learning how to step up and take responsibility of their workouts and training and just keep everyone motivated. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Anna Glenn. Okay, now Ravenwood girls basketball state tournament team, Coach Mariska Harris's team. Region champs goes on into the state championship game.
Yep.
Hit Riverdale, Coach Goodwin. But
Yep.
as you mentioned, what a year for the Lady Raptors.
I'm telling you, this is a special team. Great coach. You know, they have so many different threats inside and out. And, you know, Coach Harris, she does such a great job getting them ready for every game. You know, I thought it was something in our last couple of games that we saw each other, she had such a focus. The players, when they were warming up, they were silent, they weren't goofing off. And I know that comes directly from Coach Harris and kind of setting the tone of what the game needs to be. And that's exactly what she did postseason. And she had a great run. You know, she looked great tonight in red. And I think Sierra's going to talk to Coach Harris.
Okay, we're going to go to Sierra with Coach Mariska Harris.
Congratulations on leading your team to their first state championship this year. What did your team learn from this experience?
I think adversity, when we're hit with hard things, to not give up and to continue to fight through them, and good things will happen.
Well, we're so glad to have you guys tonight. Thanks. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, ladies. Ravenwood girls basketball. Strong. 2 Ravenwood teams.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much. Most people don't know Coach Harris. Well, some people do know. Coach Harris and Coach Goodwin, real quick. Come here real quick. Coach Harris and Coach Goodwin, high school teammates. Showing my age, I used to watch them play. I'm telling you. You see how pretty they are and how nice they are? When they played, they pressed from the opening tip to the anybody. Did you ever see them play? No. Coach Spann was their coach, and they got after you. Now afterwards, they were nice, and all, but man, they pressed the whole game. All right, what I want to know is one-on-one. Did you who used to win?
I don't know if we ever played.
Didn't play much.
I don't think we played one-on-one.
No, I don't know. It'd be pretty close.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
She might have had me on the inside game,
But she'd
with
have
her
me on the
height.
You had her
outside.
outside.
Yeah.
It was
They
good.
were fun.
It was
See how
good.
nice
It
they're
was
being.
fun.
This
Yeah.
is come on.
Coach, I'm telling
I want
you,
some
No, it
trash
was good.
talking here.
they got after people.
Yeah.
Didn't
What's
you?
funny is that Mariska and I tried to mimic what Coach Spann did with some of our teams about pressing all game. Doesn't happen.
Didn't work.
Yeah. We're working on it.
Yeah,
like
maybe
it.
someday.
Someday.
Yeah.
Someday.
But y'all
Good
look
luck.
sharp.
Hey, thanks. You look good.
Last female team of the year, Brentwood softball. Coach Erica Powell and her Lady Bruins 2017 state qualifiers in the state tournament last year, district champions. They are undefeated this year in district play, 11-0. Again, I know she probably doesn't want us to say it. I feel strongly they're going back. Coach Joins, we talked about this last year. You've coached with her. She can flat coach now.
She can. I mean, you look, she's been 2 or 3 different places, and success has been there with her, and she has a lot to do with it. She's also a great teacher, which I think you'll find, a lot of serious educators in these groups that come up, and also serious students. Really an ideal place for her, I think, when you start talking about athletics and academics, because she's, in fact, you may not know this, she has her doctorate.
Oh, yeah,
Not
she's
just Dr.
Erica,
Qualls.
that's right.
Not just Dr. Qualls. We have some other doctors
Dr.
there.
Powell. Well, and softball, we haven't really been, we've been dominant in a lot of sports in WCS for a long time, and we haven't had a team go. I believe it was it'd been a few years, and then that was their first time to go in 9 years, and so I believe again that they're going back. Coach Powell's going to come join us. I think that this is the coolest story of the night. Come on over here, Coach Powell. I think I'm right on this. You were supposed to play tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
And you postponed so you all could be here, your team. Tell us, why was it important for you and your team to be here?
I wanted us to be here because my team was nominated for Team of the Year, and I think that they've worked so hard for this. And if it were just me or just Hannah, we would have played tonight, definitely, because everybody else is playing tonight. But I think it's really important that, to give attention to the girls, because they brought such positive attention to our program where, now people look at us as a team who is competitive and scary sometimes, and that's fun, and we're very excited about it. So,
very cool. Undefeated in district play this year in the regular season. You have the region tournament game tonight, region tournament, and then if we go on to sub-state, it would be 2 years in a row. That'd be pretty strong, right?
yes, and you said that you had a strong feeling we were going, so all of us over there had to knock on wood because we didn't want you to jinx us.
I didn't think you'd hear
He
that.
does that.
Man.
I do, man. I mean, I think y'all are ready.
Well, we have 3 big games still to play, and one of them is going to be against Summit, who's going to be super tough. So,
Coach Joins, I want him to, but we talk a lot about people that get it, and when we heard that you were postponing so that you all could be here, as you mentioned, with your team, and his immediate response was, "She gets it."
Yeah.
Coach, tell everybody what that means.
Not surprised at all. Coach Powell and I go back to our days at Beach, and if you told me that there was one coach that did it, she would be one of the first I would guess. She understands what it means to be at an event like this and to allow her ladies to be a part of it. I mean, it's a big deal to come dressed up and take pictures on the red carpet, be recognized. No question she gets it, and I'm not surprised.
I think Anna Glenn has Hannah at the red carpet.
I'm with Hannah, who holds a record for 16
luck,
strikeouts in a
Coach.
single game. She's signed to play with Louisiana Tech next year. Hannah, how comfortable have you been on the mound this season?
It's always up and down every game. Some days I'm on it, some games I'm not, but it's always thanks to my team and my coaches that gets me through it. They give me confidence. I know they always have my back 100%. They're always giving it their all, and that's all I can ask for.
Well, it got you here tonight. Congratulations. Over to you 3.
Thank you, Anna Glenn. Now we are going to move to the male team of the year finalist. Franklin boys basketball will be starting us off.
Am I supposed to clap?
You can clap.
Sprint down there real quick.
They look good tonight.
They do
Coach.
look good.
Coach,
They look really nice.
not the biggest team, not the fastest team, but I would say you think they compete with anybody anywhere, right?
Great competitors, and they're a great example of when you can shoot, it gives you a chance.
Can you get Jack up here real quick?
Come on.
It's Evan. I think it was Evan that was coming up here.
Oh,
Is it Evan going? Oh, Evan's
No,
over there.
Evan's
Come on,
going
Jack.
with Anna Glenn.
Jack, come up here.
Hurry up. Come on.
Jack, you cleaned up pretty nice, man.
Thank you.
We got everybody here.
I believe so.
Okay. Making sure. Were you in charge of that? Real proud of Jack. Jack's going on to play at Transylvania, by the way. We got a couple guys going to play. Evan Sigler, who Anna Glenn's going to interview here in just a second.
Yep.
He'll be playing at Birmingham Southern next year. So I know I'm very biased about this group, really proud of them, and looking forward to the award tonight. Hopefully we'll be walking on the stage. We'll see. Anna Glenn, you have Evan down there?
Yeah, I have Evan here. Evan, this basketball team had its best record since 1989. What was it like being part of this success story?
Oh, it was awesome, especially playing in front of a great student section, great fans, great teachers. I mean, it was awesome. I loved it.
Well, you've got a great coach, and I'm going to throw it back to him right now.
Okay, the next team of the year will be Ravenwood football. Coach Matt Daniels bringing the Raptors up. Now, Coach Daniels, I'm going to beat him to the punch before he gets here. Before the season last year, Dr. Qualls and I were picking who in 11 AAA 6A football would not make the playoffs. We both picked Ravenwood. Obviously, we were both wrong. What a team last year, and I really think, you know, they lost a tough one at the beginning of the year to Centennial, and then they just went on a run, would not be denied, and were really a kickoff return away from going to the state semifinals in 6A football, which would have been against Whitehaven. I personally believe they would have won it and been in Cookeville. But what a great team last year, and what a great first year as a head coach.
Yeah.
Goes 10-3, goes to the quarters. That's big time.
Tate, I don't remember if you remember telling me this, but you went to an early season practice, and you said if this team could win a couple early, and I don't know if they can, to your point that, hey, they might not make it, you said Coach Daniels got a little mojo about him. You know, the players seem to really believe in him, and the kind of year they had, it's pretty obvious that's true.
Well, and it goes back to what you were saying about Coach Powell. He gets it, right? I mean, sometimes that sounds flip, but Coach Goodwin, we've talked about it for years. You can always tell when somebody gets it, they get it, and that's a big thing. I've always said this about Ravenwood football, I truly believe this. If they believe in the coach, Ravenwood football is usually going to be successful.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about the student? It's got to be the student body makeup, but you know what I'm saying? They've had two different head coaches have runner-ups and two different head coaches state champions. Come on up here, Coach Daniels. Where am I going? Right here, in between, Coach.
I want Coach to tell us about that hair competition thing, or
the frosted tips.
Yes, tell us about that.
That was we were just trying to get a little excitement going, and somebody had come across an old picture from high school when I was 18 years old, and when the frosted tips was not a joke, because I want to make sure everyone knows it was a joke this year when I did it. But that was a lot of fun.
Right,
I know, it's amazing.
Good.
Yep, everybody jumped at the opportunity to get dressed up and kind of put a ribbon on this year that we had.
Coach, real quick before we go to Anthony McCarthy, which we'll talk about him come Defensive Player of the Year. The stats on this it's mind-boggling. But no coach can be successful without a good staff, especially in football. I know you're first-year head coach. I know you're very proud of your staff.
Absolutely, and I think it goes beyond football knowledge. You know, it's a group of young men that really have dedicated their life to getting to know kids and, you know, mentor them both on and off the field and really make connections first and establish relationships, because, you know, everybody around this area is a good coach. You know, people have the pedigree, and it's I think the little things that make the difference are, can you make that true personal connection with your team? Because once you do that, those guys are willing to run through a brick wall for you. So we've got a staff that's made up of a bunch of guys who have that dedication and that heart, and they focus on relationships. So it's awesome. It's very special.
Good luck tonight, brother. Congratulations. Okay, we're going to go to the next team of the year, Fairview Wrestling. Coach Bubba Derrick and his Fairview Yellow Jackets, first time to go to the state tournament in Fairview Wrestling. They had the highest place of any team in WCS in wrestling. That's pretty tough. We've got top-notch wrestling here. And they had their first ever state champion in Jackson Clevenger at heavyweight. Coach Derrick's on his way up here. I remember a time when they couldn't even fill every weight class. Come on up here, Coach Derrick. Yeah, there you go. Coach, I can remember a time when they couldn't even fill every weight class at Fairview, right? You'd have forfeits, and then
pretty slim days. I think when I took this over, we started with six kids. Now we field a team of 30. So to have a JV squad and to be able to bring kids along so we don't have to just throw them out there is nice. Pretty much our success we've had in a short period of time, in about 6 years, 7 years, it's really a testament to the hard work and the commitment from the kids, but not only a commitment from the kids but the parents. Wrestling being sometimes an individual as well as a team sport, it takes a commitment from the parents to get out here and go seek out and find great competition and travel around the country. And my guys have done that, and my community has bought in. My administration has been awesome. They've bought in and given us plenty of leeway to run our program, and that's shown the success that we've had in 6 or 7 years.
Good luck tonight, brother.
Thank you so much.
Heck of a year.
Thank you, man.
Anna Glenn?
Jackson was the only state champion in wrestling in the Williamson County School District this season. Will you take us through that experience?
Yeah, the experience is it's different. It's something not a lot of people get to experience, and just the whole experience changes who you are, changes the way you look at things, and changes the way I wrestle. And I think me being a state champion this year will be like me be able to lead my team better, and hopefully we'll bring another state champion home as a team. So
I'm glad you and your team are here tonight. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Anna Glenn. Up next, Independence Baseball. Coach Mike McClory, the Independence Eagles, they were ranked #1 pretty much all year long. Man, and you know, they're still kind of young. That's what's amazing about it. But ever since Coach has been there, I've always said this. I respect baseball players, I think, more than anybody, because there's no way I would stand in there with that ball coming at me like that. No way.
Nope.
Coach McClory, come on up here.
How you doing?
Looking good, man.
Well,
I like the tux,
one
like
time
the
a year.
Ray-Bans.
One time a year.
Team of the year. Man, no doubt, playing the toughest district in the state in AAA, in 11 AAA, and man, you got a lot of great players, and it's been really fun to watch where this program has the heights that it's climbed to since when you first got here.
Well, we got a good group of seniors that are going to be leaving us, but we're fairly young too. We got some good players coming up next year, so hopefully we'll make another run at it next year and break through. I mean, we've been knocking on the door last couple of years of the district tournament, and we got to break through.
Well, it's going to be, it comes down to about the same teams every year, and you always know come tournament time, there's usually an upset, and you really do in baseball. You got to be playing your best ball come tournament time, and I mean it's that
takes,
way every year, isn't it?
You know, with a tournament like ours and a tough as league as ours is, you need a little break here and there. You know, we unfortunately put ourselves behind the 8 ball and fought our way out of it as best we could, and lost to a good Ravenwood team as well.
Still won 25 games.
It's a good season, not a great one, and that's what we're shooting for, is to have a great one. But like I said, we got a lot of young players coming back, and we'll take another run at it.
Good luck tonight, brother. You look nice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Coach Mike McClory, Independence Baseball. Female Cross Country of the Year finalist will be joining us now.
What's that say about that Independence program, by the way, that he calls 25 win year a good year?
I know.
Well, when you
that says basketball.
Yeah. Sign me up for that, by the way.
Yeah, but again, let me ask you this real quick before they come. You win 25 games, but you don't make it to the region tournament.
I know. We talk about this all the time.
What do you say? I'm asking you.
I'd be 0-15 as long as I can get to the tournament.
There you go. Ravenwood. They were what, 21-12?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got female cross country runners of the year. We've got Anna Glenn and Sarah, I believe, with Caroline Cherry or Jamie Blaylock.
I'm here with Caroline Cherry. Caroline, what was your most memorable moment from this season at Brentwood?
I would say probably state. We all the girls on the team had a really good race, so it was really fun to be with everyone and just everyone do well.
You've done exceptionally well this year in cross country. What do you feel some of your biggest strengths were this past season?
I was really happy just with my endurance this year and want to continue to improve on my speed just to make my all-around race better.
Awesome, thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, ladies. Cross country. So let me give you the three. Jamie Blaylock, Ravenwood, signed with Western Carolina. Caroline Cherry, Brentwood, who you just heard from, and then Gigi Maddox. She is from Page and going to Auburn. You want to talk about multi-sport, Coach joins.
Yeah.
Gigi Maddox and Darius James, probably the two poster childs for that. male cross country of the year finalist will be entering the red carpet next. And the 3 finalists for them: Davis Bove of Centennial High School, Matthew Rigsby Ravenwood, Max Zanny of Franklin. I believe Davis is going to come join us. But again, another category where we just have, you never know who's going to win. I mean, they're so close, literally seconds away from each other. And, the discipline that goes into running cross country, I can't, my hat's off to them.
Yeah. And what do you do? I wanted to ask one of these guys, what do you do after the season's over? Do you get the order of biscuits and gravy, a Cracker Barrel? I mean, what
I think you can do whatever you want. Come on up here, Davis. Come on right in here. Get in between Coach Goodwin and I. Okay. Go ahead. You hold it.
All right.
Get close. You're going to be doing a lot of this in college. Centennial cross-country finalist Davis Bove. Davis, you've really been up towards the top ever since you were a freshman, sophomore. You do it in track and field too. But what running, man? What is it about running that you love so much?
Well, that's kind of a loaded question. Ever since I was a kid, I've always liked the idea of making myself better, and I just love competing, and nothing just gives me the joy that I have when I'm racing, and even training. I just love it all. So,
well, all mamas are proud of their sons. I know your mama's really proud of you. So she's a runner too. And
yes, sir.
Good luck tonight. I like the tux, brother.
Thank you.
What do we call that? What color is that? Do you know?
Light navy.
Light. Strong. Little Columbia in the bow tie. I like it. Anna Glenn?
I'm here with both Matthew Rigsby and Max Zaney. Matthew, how do you think your coach has contributed to your spot here tonight?
He's been really supportive of me throughout this year, and as well as my teammates, and he's just helped me out and been so supportive this year, so I'm really thankful for him.
Congratulations. Max, what would you say was your most memorable moment from this season at Franklin?
Probably going to Jesse Owens and a whole team PRing. That was a great experience, and it just really brought us all together, and it was a great time running with all of them. I love all the guys on the team so much, so I dedicate a lot of the success we've had to them and my coach especially.
Thanks, and best of luck to both of you tonight. Over to the desk.
Thank you, Anna Glenn. Now we will go to Female Golfers of the Year. Starting it off will be Gigi Powers of Brentwood High School AAA State Qualifier, Amy Bridgman, Nolensville. First time we've heard Nolensville tonight. Good to hear that. And then Haley Ray, Independence AAA State Qualifier. Coach Goodwin, you are a collegiate athlete. There's more and more dollars available every year.
There's no golf involved there.
No. I didn't say collegiate golf player. Obviously, you were a basketball player and maybe a cross-country runner on the side, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
There's so many scholarship dollars available now, and golf is a place where female athletes really and can make a name for themselves, and a lot of scholarship dollars available for that.
You know what's awesome is, when I was in school, we had a lot of females, walk on and be able to walk on our golf team, and they were good, they were disciplined. But the interesting about golf is that you have to have a kind of self-motivation, because you've got to find yourself going out to hit the balls, to go to the driving range, to in practice on your own, because so many times you find yourself locked in to individual sport where it's just you and the course. So tell us a little bit about your success and kind of where do you find motivation for that?
Well, I definitely find motivation from my family and my closest friends, and also my golf coach. Coach Bud for Brentwood High has been one of the best coaches ever. He's always really encouraging and super motivating to help you reach your dreams.
Who started you playing golf?
My grandfather. When I was in 6th grade, he took me out to the golf course while I was visiting him in Florida, and he showed me some trick shots around the green, and I fell in love with the sport.
And what age were you when you beat Granddaddy?
Early.
Ooh.
Hey, we'll just assume he's not listening.
He's really good. Probably like 14 or 15.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Good luck tonight.
Thank
look
you.
Very pretty.
Thank you.
Anna Glenn and Sierra are with Amy Bridgman and Haley Ray.
I have Amy Bridgman with me. This is Nolensville's only second year at the Willcos Awards. She's the first girl from her school being nominated for Golfer of the Year. What is that feeling like?
Honestly, it's a really big honor, you know, being at Nolensville, like just starting. There's a lot of like firsts, and it's really a big deal to be kind of starting everything. So
You deserve it. Congratulations.
Haley, you have had an outstanding golf season this year. Who's been your biggest supporter?
I would definitely say both of my parents. They support me in everything I do. My grandfather is a really big part in my life, and he kind of got me started in golf. And they're all just really supportive. So,
awesome. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, ladies. Male Golfer of the Year finalist up next, Michael Shears will be joining us. AAA state qualifier. Michael signed with Vanderbilt. Trenton Johnson, Brentwood, AAA state qualifier, and Clayton Williams, Fairview, finished 13th in the AA state championship. Same deal as I loved your question to Gigi, who got you started. When you see the female golfers, it's usually granddad or dad, right?
Now, I know the answer for Michael. His dad played at Georgia.
He did.
So another SEC golfer. You know, the thing about these golfers now, too, I think maybe stereotyping these guys 15, 20 years ago, maybe not great athletes, but, you know, I talked to Coach Whipple about this out at Franklin, and these guys are hitting the weight room. They're getting up early to hit balls on the range. I mean, it's way more than, hey, I'm just showing up playing this sport that doesn't require some athleticism. These guys are real athletes, too.
Look pretty.
Dr. Quall's better half making it here, right?
And Dr. Qualls' little princess.
Can we get her real quick?
Yeah, come on.
Murph, can we get to you real quick? Can we get her? Oh, he said come back. Okay,
they're going to come back.
Special.
Come on up here, Michael Shears. How's it going? Doing well. Come right here. Come right here. Come right here.
Sorry.
I'm going to let your favorite marketing teacher ask you a question.
All right.
So, Michael, talk about your dad and his role in your golf. I know he played at Georgia, right?
He did.
Talk about that.
He's been awesome. Just to kind of go off of what he's been able to help me with, given that he played college golf, I've been able to kind of pull from his experience, and so that's been huge throughout the past 3 or 4 years.
Talk about that athleticism. We were talking about this as you were coming up. That, you know, you guys hit the weight room and you're on the range. I mean, it's more than just maybe golf as people thought about it 15, 20 years ago, right?
For sure. So, really in the past 10 years, you've seen a lot of guys that are more, quote, athletes playing golf. And the whole workout part of it has become a lot bigger deal. And so that's been kind of cool. And, you know, really getting into that the past 2 or 3 years has been pretty neat.
Michael, real quick, clarify for Coach Joins what you said. Just because he plays golf, that does not make him an athlete. You're saying more athletes are playing golf, right?
He's got it.
He's going to walk away from here going, I'm an athlete.
He's an athlete.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Michael. Ladies?
Trenton Johnson is the defending Golfer of the Year. Trenton, what would you say has most improved since your last appearance at the Willcos?
Probably becoming more of a leader on the golf team. Last year I was a sophomore, so now this year I've been able to tell a lot of the younger people coming up some things they can do to improve their game.
Congratulations.
Clayton, congratulations on your nomination. How long have you been playing the game?
I've been playing for about 8 years.
That's awesome. What do your future visions for this sport look like?
Hopefully a college scholarship would be nice.
Awesome. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Over to you guys.
All right, so we have volleyball coming up next, female volleyball. Guys, I'm just going to be a little bit biased here. I would love to see you two on a volleyball court, either sand or a court.
I've done it.
To see how well you would face against some of these girls walking down the red carpet.
I took a lot of pride in I was a setter.
What would our uniform be is what I'd be most concerned
It'd
about.
have to be the same.
Oh.
Just
I'm out on that.
Equality.
We get like some sleeveless. We get some sleeveless tight fits. So Victoria Sereno, Ravenwood, runner-up, signed with UTC. I love UTC. Avery Davis, Summit, Western Kentucky commit. Love Western Kentucky. What a beautiful campus.
Love Avery.
London Kaufman, Nolensville, Logan Eccleston. She won this obviously last year. Brentwood, Texas commit. Come on up here. Victoria Sereno joining us. UTC signee.
Yes.
Why UTC? I love Chattanooga.
I love Chattanooga too, and also just being on the campus and seeing the girls and the team there, it just was the place for me. So.
Highlight of this season obviously came up just a little bit short, but still no shame in who you lost to, right? But I mean, you all were so close. Highlight of the season, your senior year.
Honestly, it was just to be with my team and how we grew so close together. And because we didn't really know each other at first, but we got so close, and just playing with them, especially on that state tournament, like, it was just an amazing experience for all of us.
Have you been to Taco Max in Chattanooga yet?
No, haven't.
Best wings in town.
Good to know.
Anna Glenn?
I have Avery in London with me. Avery, you're taking your volleyball talents to Western Kentucky next year. What do you hope to accomplish there?
I just want to do good and help the team win another championship.
Now, London is a member of the Nolensville volleyball team. What was your best memory from this season?
My favorite memory was us winning districts this season.
Good luck to both of you guys tonight. Back to you three.
Coach Goodwin, you're thinking that you got a post, you'd like to have one of those
Listen,
gals
I
playing the
told
post,
all of
right?
you that I would take all the volleyball players that were walking down this red carpet tonight. But Avery Davis, she's certainly special. She did a lot of good things for us this past year. She's always a hard worker. But, Western got a steal with her, and she is going to do phenomenal things, in a couple years. But we look forward to having her back next year and being at full steam ahead.
You know something I've heard a couple times from these athletes, and I don't think it's any accident that this has happened. They talk about enjoying being with their teammates.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the successful teams, that just seems to be the deal. It does. Obviously, you have to have some talent, but you'll see teams that maybe achieve a little more than maybe even their parents and their school and their community thinks they can do. It's that chemistry.
But isn't that what it's all about,
It
really?
is.
At the end of
It
the
is.
day, when you're talking about a good season but not a great season, if they bonded the right way as a team,
yeah,
won't you take that over wins any year?
Yeah.
Carrie?
I like wins.
It was interesting just
What
listening
are we
to the
talking about
girls
there?
talk. When they were talking about colleges that they were visiting, they just said it was a good fit. They loved the team, and especially with females, that's such a big deal. And I'm excited for all of our athletes headed off to college next year and what they're going to experience. But the success that they've had here in Williamson County, it's just unbelievable.
All right, we're talking football now, Coach Joins. Defensive finalists. Here are the defensive finalists for this year. Jariel Wilson, Centennial. Robert Holmes, Summit. Tristan Mann, Fairview. And Anthony McCarthy of Ravenwood. Anthony and Jariel right here. Come on up with us, fellas. Let me give you some stats here real quick. Come on, Anthony. You played, 13 games last year?
Yes, sir.
175 tackles, Coach Joins. You with me? 13 games, 175 tackles. Do you know what that comes out to per game?
It's over 10.
It's almost 14 tackles per game. Now, let me tell you something. That just don't happen. You didn't just happen to be around the play much. That's a nose for the ball. Obviously, you had guys in front of you, right, keeping guys off you, but it's a lot of tackle. I got tired just doing the math on that.
Can't think nothing but my defensive line.
Well, obviously you like getting to the ball, but linebacker. Why were you made to be a linebacker?
I just started at a young age. I guess my coaches saw something in me that I didn't, and they knew what was best for me. So, and then I just learned my position, listened to my coaching, and got it done.
Very good. He learned. Jariel Wilson played both sides of the ball, right?
Yes, sir.
But on defense, 65 tackles. Anthony, I think you agree with this. Nobody likes a DB that doesn't have any tackles, right? That means he don't like to stick his, right? 65 tackles, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 defensive TDs. Pretty proud of your junior year?
Yes, sir.
Hey, talk about playing for Coach Kreisky. Tough-nosed guy, right?
Yes, sir. It's great.
Keep it clean.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that. Has he pushed you guys?
Yeah, Coach K is a different guy. He's awesome. He kind of took me under his wing my sophomore year, and we've been riding out this whole time. I love Coach K. He's like a second father than me, and we've just been – it's a great guy. We have physical practices. It's great.
It's great.
I've never felt more safe than I do right now tonight.
That's
yes.
right. You're good. You don't. No.
I mean, no offense, but I feel even better now.
Anna Glenn and Sierra are with
Good luck.
Are with Robert Holmes and Tristan Mann.
I have Tristan Mann, another nominee for Defensive Player of the Year. Take me through the play that keeps going through your head.
It was against Stratford in the second round of the playoffs, and there was this big fullback, about 300 pounds, and everybody was scared of him, and I had the opportunity to hit him and took him down, and everybody was kind of hyped up about that. That was kind of the big play.
That's why you're here tonight. Congratulations. Sierra, over to you.
I'm over here with Summit High School football team captain Robert Holmes. Robert, tell me, what do you like most about being a defensive player?
Playing defense is really a sport of its own. It takes a different kind of player to play defense. It's ruthless, it's dirty, it's aggressive. That's what I love about it.
Awesome. Thanks. Over to you guys.
That guy played for Coach Coleman.
Yeah.
Wonder where he heard that. Hey, I want to give some stats on Robert as well. 94 tackles, 17 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and a touchdown. Flying around the ball. And then Tristan, man, let me tell you something. Fairview, great season this year. As big as shoes as it is to fill Darius James on offense, just as big to fill Tristan Mann on defense. That's going to be tough. That leads us to the offensive finalist entering the red carpet now. Nick Stallcup, Ravenwood High School. It says QB, but he's not just a QB. He played a little bit of everything. George Odomegwu. He's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah,
Coach
he's
Goodwin?
not bad.
Carson Shacklet. Carson's probably not here. He's probably winning a baseball game right now. And Darius James of Fairview. Just as tough as the defensive category. The offensive category is just as tough. Let's start with Carson Shacklet. I believe by most mid-state polls this year, he was the first-team all-mid-state quarterback, over 2,500 yards. He had 680. You cut the hair.
I did.
Oh, my gosh. Come here. Back to Carson. He had over 600 rushing yards, 31. I'm never at a loss for words.
He's thrown off.
This young man.
Hey, and Tate has hair envy, by the way. That's why he's so excited.
Coach, this is Nick Stallcup. Now, he's the guy I was most excited about talking to. I'll tell you why. But he had the best hair of anybody in WCS. When did you cut it?
I cut it 2 Fridays ago.
Did your mom make you do this?
No, not at all.
Okay. All right. Let me tell you something about this guy. Now, you talk about teammate. You talk about leader. Okay, he comes into his senior year, probably going to be the starting quarterback, and was. They had another guy in Brian Garcia. What's the job for a football team? That's to get the best 11 on the field, right? And by getting the best 11 on the field, he had to go somewhere else, and he did it. And he played running back, and he played wide receiver, and he played quarterback. And I firmly believe, you ask anybody on the Ravenwood team, I don't think they have the success they have if this guy wasn't as selfless and a competitor as he was. So, Nick, talk a little bit about that. Why? Because it's all about the team? Your mama, Lynn, made you do it? What?
No, it was more about the team. Coach Tygar found it to be a better opportunity to move me around, have Brian Garcia throw the ball around. And so he just decided to do a 2-quarterback system.
And it worked, didn't it? And
yes, sir.
When he wasn't playing quarterback, he's at wide receiver. And again, man, it was fun.
Yes, sir.
Going to the University of the Cumberlands, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm down about that. I'm happy for you, but I'm down about the hair.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Ladies.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
George, Summit had an unbelievable season this year and beat Indy for the first time. How did the team stay focused after the injuries of Ty Carter and Ethan Cash?
We kind of just had to play through it, and that's just how it really was. Just play through it, keep fighting.
Awesome.
George, how has your team, and more specifically your offensive line, contributed to your spot here tonight?
They just fought through everything we did, and that's just how they were the best that they could be.
Good luck tonight. Back to you guys.
Okay, football player of the year we're not gonna have. They've all come through, but last year Landon Guidry, Independence, won that category last year. Mississippi State, what a player he was. Big shoes to fill.
Hey, Nick, again, said one of those things we talked about with great teams. He said, Coach said it'd be a better thing for me to do to play running back. I mean, selfless attitude.
I'm telling you now, it was big. It was big, and and always made plays. You know what I'm saying? They found a way to get him the ball, and it was.
And we're not talking about a huge guy now.
No, competitor, man. And the first, the boss of Summit High School, and the first, what is it called when you're the
First
husband?
lady?
The first lady, the first husband of Summit High School are here. Sarah and Justin Lamb, I cannot wait. Okay, we're going to skip football player of the year. Girls soccer. We've got Megan Henry Page, signed with Mississippi State. Avery McMullen, Centennial, and then Katie Hall, Fairview, two-time Willcos finalist, girls soccer. Mr. Ladd, Mr. Lambert.
Nolensville's here.
Hey, and you talk about dominance in this system, school system. Obviously, we do well in a lot of sports. Soccer has to be right up there at the top, doesn't it?
Without a doubt, always has. But goes all the way back to Jimmy Burchett.
Yeah.
And really before him, but I feel like he's kind of the one that, man, some of those Franklin, well, I think one of the Franklin teams was a national champion.
Right.
And,
I believe the girls' team there may have 14 state titles. I think that's right. Unbelievable. I think it's 14. Of course,
Wow.
Coach Campbell's got that by herself.
Yeah.
Come on up. We've got Megan Henry will be joining us here.
Come around here, Megan.
Megan, Coach Clapp sent me some stats on you. This is her career. This is where she lands as she leaves Franklin. Again, she's going to Mississippi State to play soccer. Third on the all-time goals, second assist, third all-time points scored. Had 16 assists this year, number one ever in a season. 30 goals. Here's the coolest thing. I don't think you'll mind me sharing this. He said after his sophomore year, all the colleges told her, "No, you can't play college soccer." She said, "Okay." She's going to Mississippi State. I think she showed them.
I love it.
What, that make you mad? What?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I actually had WKU tell me that I wasn't good enough to play for them. Just basically, like, they were like, "You could be a walk-on for us, but we don't have money for you," and all that kinds of stuff. And I was like, I'm still looking for a scholarship. Thanks, though. And then going into my junior year, like the very end of my junior year is when I started getting a lot of looks from colleges. That's when I was talking to 19 different schools, but it kind of just like all of a sudden happened. That's why I always tell people, like, always wait, because it's going to come. And I actually ended up graduating high school early, so I just finished my first semester of college soccer, and it is like, that is where I was meant to be. So you just have to wait it out. And
So we go from no offers to
19
playing a year early or a semester early.
Yes, sir.
Pretty impressive.
You need to have her
Thank you.
come talk to your young ladies, Coach Goodwin.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I was going to say good luck, but you're already there. You got a cowbell yet?
Thank you. I do. Of course I do. Yes, sir.
That's big.
Got tons.
Ladies?
Good luck tonight.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm with Katie Hall from Fairview High School. Katie is a nominee for Female Soccer Player of the Year. It's your first time at the Willcos. How has tonight been so far?
It's been really fun. I've gotten to meet lots of new people, like just sitting and talking, and that's been really fun. And it's fun getting all dressed up and getting to be with my friends Avery and Megan. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Congratulations.
I'm with Avery from Centennial. So Avery, what have you learned from working with your team this year?
I've learned that being with your team is just for fun, and winning is fun too, but that's not that what matters, and just being with your team.
Awesome, thanks. Over to you guys.
Thank you, Sierra. Coach Goodwin, this is your favorite category, Girls Basketball Player of the Year. As we mentioned, Kiara Downey won it last year, and she's a finalist again this year. Kiara Downey, Tennessee Tech signee, made it to the state tournament. Holly Harris, who we already talked to earlier. Maybe Holly's coming back through, but Izzy Franco, Brentwood, who you mentioned.
Yeah.
Grace Baird, Nolensville.
Yeah, all of them. We talk about Grace. She's one of those threats that you've got to worry about, not just the outside, but the inside too. She has length. She can handle the ball. She can shoot. But she also, in what I love most of the time when I'm watching my girls play, is the passing game. She has a great ability to read the floor and make the right reads to get the pass where it needs to go. But I see Izzy coming down too, and she's a threat in so many different ways. She's fast. She has so much finesse around the goal. But she also can just drop on a dime and pull up. So, again, this is the worst part about being a coach, is that you've got to scout and try to figure out how to stop these extremely talented athletes. Izzy, I love seeing you here and not on the floor. You look beautiful tonight.
Thank you.
Tell us kind of tonight, how are you feeling? You've got some great competition in your lineup. What does the red carpet mean to you?
I'm very honored to be here. I'm so nervous. I'm honored to be here. It means a lot to represent Brentwood High School girls basketball team, especially my teammates. I love all of them. We had a great season. It was a very young team, and I was the oldest girl. And I had a lot of fun with them, to lead them and everything. And I'm sad to go.
Well, I am excited for you to go in such a good way. But no, you were a phenomenal athlete. I think Anna Glenn's got Miss Baird on the carpet.
Yes.
Grace Baird is a member of the Nolensville High School basketball team. This team qualified for sectionals this season. Take us through that experience.
Our first game was kind of like a breeze. Like, we beat them really hard. And then our second game was against, I think it was Forest. And then I hit a buzzer beater that game, and then we won that, and then that qualified us for the championship, and then we beat Marshall County.
I'm sure you'll never forget that. Congratulations on being here tonight. Back to you three.
You were talking about Grace at Nolensville, Coach Goodwin. She averaged 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. She's a junior. They were 22 and 9.
Yeah.
They have no seniors in the building.
Yep.
That's pretty strong. Next year is going to be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait.
She's going to be a big part of it. Boys.
You look pretty good.
Boys basketball, finalist of the year. Last year, Grayson Murphy was the winner. Coach joins, just like Coach Goodwin is glad Izzy Franco's gone. You're glad that Grayson Murphy left and went to Belmont, home of the other Coach Goodwin, Josh Goodwin. But the boys finalists, this is a tough one too. Reese Glover, Franklin High School. David Winley, Brentwood High School. Jaden Lewis, Summit, and Nate Bladorn of Nolensville. You can tell which one Nate is. He's the only non-guard in this. But I mean, what a great category that one is. Reese obviously up for Athlete of the Year. Come on up here, Jaden, looking slick.
Of course he is.
You. Come on over here. You've got the loafer game going.
Yeah, he does.
You don't have the spikes like Ty did. But,
I still got the loafers, you know.
I'm digging him. All right. One thing I think is really neat about this year, obviously with some graduations and injuries, you kind of obviously one of the top scorers for Summit year in and year out. Kind of had to play out of position some this year because that's what the team needed to do. Kind of like we were talking to Nick Stallcup, man. Sometimes it's hard to do that for the team, but when you're a leader, which I think you are, you did that. Talk a little bit about your senior year.
Like you said, I mean, I was a little out of position, but I mean, it wasn't nothing I could handle. So, I mean, I did what I had to do, and it was fun, you know. I mean, I still had fun, led the team, so.
And Jaden recently committed to Walter State.
That's right.
This week.
So, what's the plan? You get up there. How many shots a day are you shooting?
I'm working out every day. I'm not really counting, but I'm working out and getting better, so I'm ready for it.
Coach Goodwin knows you very well. Obviously, Coach joins. You had to
Glad
play
to see you go, Jay. Good luck.
You two is, if one word, competitor. Is that safe?
Yeah, and I would say leader, too. I mean, I think he's a pretty obvious leader for that team. And a lot of people don't know this about Jaden. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You scored your 1,000th point last year, correct?
Yes, sir.
You know, he's had some other guys on his team that probably folks talked about a little bit more, but you get your 1,000th point during your junior year, you can score yourself.
Yeah. You can shoot.
So that's impressive.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight, brother. Anna Glenn.
David is signed to play with Wash U next year on the basketball team. What are you most looking forward to in this next step?
I'm really looking forward to just getting to play at the next level with a lot of my great teammates that I've met early on, and new coach at Wash U next year, so I'm looking forward to meeting him and starting his Wash U career.
You'll be in St. Louis. Are you planning to go to the top of the arch?
I've been there before. I'm not a big fan of heights, so we'll see. Maybe, maybe not.
Good luck with that, and good luck tonight. Sierra?
Nolensville had a great season this year, and you guys were even sectional qualifiers. What was your team's biggest strength this year?
I'd have to say our ball movement. We played best as a team when everyone was getting touches, swinging the ball around. Coach Lambert did a great job, always stressing that in practices and games, and that's when we played at our best.
Awesome. Thanks. We're so glad to have you tonight. Back to you guys.
Nate Bladorn. I call him Mr. Double-Double.
Yeah.
Because he averaged a double-double.
Yeah, I'm glad when we face Nate, it's a non-league game.
That's right. Doesn't count.
And David, glad to see you go too, man. Keep right on going.
If memory serves.
Have you on the way out.
I know. We got little Winley coming now, which is going to be tough. He had a good year last year as a freshman too. But,
No doubt.
You know, David, like so many guys that have been coming up here, and I know him a little bit, obviously competing against him the last couple of years. We were fortunate enough to knock them out in the region semis. And you talking about a gracious young man, really gracious,
First
which is
class.
tough, you know, after a big loss. But really neat talking to him after the game.
Girls wrestling finalists are set to join us. Last year, the winner, Zanaya Shropshire. She's back again. Three-time Wilco finalist. Peyton Marsh, Page High School, 3 times Wilco finalist. Nevaeh Brinson, Summit. Hope Henderson, Fairview. Tough category. I love the growth.
Literally,
of
right?
Yeah.
Literally. And athletic.
Yeah,
If you
no
haven't,
doubt.
yeah. The growth of this sport's been fun to watch, hasn't it, Coach Goodwin?
Yeah, I tell you what, I've had the privilege to watch Nevaeh at Summit, and she is just tough and gritty. But what's awesome about all of them is that, you know, they carry such confidence. As soon as the match starts, you know, they come out and they're prepared, they're focused, and it's amazing seeing them as females being so successful at a sport that's so male dominant.
It
And
is.
They dress up nice, don't they?
They clean up nice, yeah.
That's what I love about it, women's athletics. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about back when they played. I mean, you know, tough, and then come out and
Gotta have your hair right.
big time.
I always like the pictures.
Yes.
By the way, with the hair down and,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and the uniform.
After the game.
State champion,
Yes, sir.
state runner-up.
Yes, sir.
You got to be the all-time winner in independence wrestling history, female wrestling. 3-time Wilcos.
Yes,
Do you just set the calendar every year? You know you're going to be a Wilco finalist?
I try to do the best I can. I just like go and see what happens.
Now, a smile like that, I'm finding it hard to believe that you get after people on the mat, but I know you do. When did you decide, hey, I'm going to give this a shot?
It was my freshman year about 4 years ago, and I've just stuck with it ever since. I just wanted to do something different.
Well, I know Independence and Coach Grindstaff are glad you did.
I'm glad I did it too.
Good luck. Well, you won last year. Good luck tonight, okay?
Thank you.
Ladies.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
I'm with Peyton and Nevaeh, a first-timer and a third-timer. Peyton, you are no stranger to the Wilco Awards. What makes this year different?
Well, this year's just so bittersweet because, you know, I've known these people throughout the last 3 years, and it's just been an amazing experience to be recognized for something that I've worked so hard for. But it's definitely bittersweet.
We're glad you're here. Nevaeh, it's your first time. How has tonight been so far for you?
It's been really emotional. It's nerve-wracking, but it's also really fun to be here, and I'm excited to have this opportunity.
You deserve it. Sierra, over to you.
I'm here with Hope Henderson from Fairview High School, who is the only female wrestler here. So what is one piece of advice you would give to younger girls who aspire to be a female wrestler?
One piece of advice that I would give to the younger girls is always try your hardest and never let any match let you down.
Awesome. Thanks. Over to you guys.
If you were wondering who that nice gentleman that was talking to me earlier with the lovely haircut like mine, that is the Peter Vacay. And again, he built this set. Couldn't do any of the game days, any of the Wilcos without Peter and Spring Tree Media. As we mentioned, Street Tuxedo, Mr. Street and John Street. They're so gracious with what they do every year. Obviously, take care of me and you. Coach joins, and Walker Chevrolet, Adidas. I got my Ultra Boost on. You can't see them behind the thing.
With these amazing socks.
Do you like that? You want my shrimp sock?
Well, I didn't see the socks. What we got going
socks
here?
just make
shrimp.
it.
Shrimp. Mark Cross, Buffalo Wings and Rings. I'm sure they're munching on them in there. I know you can't wait to get to the garlic queue. John Mayer Builders, Dr. Matt Harris, Berry Farms Chiropractic, and Mark Parrish and MTSU Media. Can't do it without any of them. And you know what? He doesn't like it, but I'm going to say it too. Dr. Qualls. He's the guy who finds all these people that want to be a part of it, and he does a great job with it. I mean, Coach Joins, Coach Goodwin and I were talking about nobody. And when I say nobody in high school sports is doing this, they're not. So,
and they're definitely not doing it to this level.
No.
I'm used to the end of year banquet at the Ponderosa, maybe.
Right.
As compared to this.
You're just hoping you get 2 baked potatoes.
Can I get a doggy bag, please?
Thanks to all of them. All right, boys wrestling. Finalists, C.J. Grissom, Brentwood High School. Job Dooley, Franklin High School. And Jackson Clevenger, who we spoke to earlier, the lone WCS state champion. Jack Schrader from Franklin won this last year. This is a tough category. Anytime I look at it kind of like making the state tournament in basketball. If you make it, in my opinion, you've done something really, really special.
Yeah.
And because that's a tough sport, man. There is no teammate. There's nowhere to hide. It's
right.
you, your opponent, and if something doesn't go right, it was you, right? Come on up here, CJ. Multi-sport guy, coach.
Love that.
Faced.
We love the
or
multi-sport
coaches.
guys.
Finished third in the state at 195. I remember when this guy used to wrestle at Brentwood Middle. He's gotten a lot bigger since then, but you could tell he was going to be a good wrestler. But football players that wrestle, I love this, man. Obviously, you all played into the playoffs. A lot of people in your weight class had already been practicing for a month and a half. What is it about wrestling that you just, as soon as you get on the mat, you take right to it?
I just enjoy being able to do an individual sport instead of a team sport sometimes, because it's a individual win, which it's a little more than just a whole group effort. It's more of just an individual. You get to dominate someone else. It's just a little more enjoyable for you.
Toughest guy you wrestled?
Nathan Walling from Juliet.
He was tough?
Yes, sir.
Was that this year?
Yes, sir.
What made him so tough?
He was a defending state champion, and then just the motivation to go out there and beat him was more than I had, and I'm proud I did it.
Did you get him?
Yes, sir.
That's my man.
Of course he did.
I should have known. Anna Glenn and Sierra.
Job Dooley is on the red carpet next to me. Now, a Franklin alum, Jack Schrader, won this award last year. How has he been a mentor for you?
He's helped a lot. He was obviously my wrestling partner year before this, so that helped a lot to have a good partner like him, and saw him run through the state tournament last year, and so was helpful to see the mindset you have to take to the state tournament.
We're glad you're here tonight. Go Rebels.
I'm here with Jackson Clevenger from Fairview High School. Jackson, you're a WCS state champion. What does it feel like to hold that title?
It's a great feeling to have, and I hope I bring home another one next year. So.
Awesome. Thanks. Over to you guys.
Hey, I appreciate Anna Glenn getting the Go Rebels in there. Not being totally professional. I like that, Anna Glenn. That's good.
Well, I know this will make a lot of people happy. I'm happy to see Dr. Matt Harris of Berry Farms Chiropractic, obviously the sponsor of the Courage Award and big supporter of WCS Sports Conference. He's the tall one. And the other gentleman with him is the general manager of the Tennessee Titans, John Robinson. Always excited to see those two. But I'd say Coach Robinson's probably got a lot of questions when he gets in there about the draft. This thing's timed out well. He gets to talk about the draft when he gets here. We can talk OVC basketball with Dr. Matt Harris.
Does he have any eligibility left? We could use a guy inside.
Maybe.
Free throws.
He looks like Thurman. Come on in here.
No,
How you doing, Coach?
How
Good
you
to
doing?
see you.
You guys doing
Come on
good?
in. Get in here.
Both of you.
How you doing?
Dr.
Yeah, good to
Harris,
see
the Courage Award, that's your deal. Obviously, Coach Robinson. Coach, is that?
Yeah, I mean, I go by Coach or John or JR.
No,
whatever.
We'll call you Coach. Coach Robinson is
Just call
here
me.
because
That's
you-
all I care about. You just call me.
Dr. Matt is like his handler. But real quick, you tell us every year, but why, when you got with Dr. Qualls and you knew what award you wanted to sponsor, it was the Courage Award. Why?
Primarily because I think when we see others overcome adversity, it inspires each of us, that we all have that inner strength. And then also as a reminder that athletics are a great training ground for life, or it can be. And so I think that's what that represents and what we hope to bring to this event.
It's the highlight every year.
Well said.
Coach Robinson, we talk a lot about multi-sport. I think basketball might be a little different, but as a guy who's in charge of drafting for the NFL, at what point is that something that you look at, multi-sport guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think the more sports that these guys can be involved in, it teaches them about teamwork. It teaches them about being accountable, to their teammates, to their school, and all of that's going to carry over certainly to our game at the NFL level, but to something like that Matt alluded to, life in general. And whatever you do, you're going to have to work with teammates, and you're going to be part of a team and working towards a common goal.
Coach, last year I'm assuming is your first year at this event, right?
This is actually my third go-around with this.
So tell me about this event. You see this anywhere else?
I told Matt walking in, I think there's fewer parking spots this year, so it keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. It's a really cool event. What Williamson County does for these student athletes, all the teachers, coaches, and parents, it's a really great experience.
Coach Goodwin?
And we just want to thank John for taking time away from his
No
family
doubt.
and being here. And, he's got a demanding schedule, and we really appreciate it. And that's the feedback every year. The past 2 years he's been here helping us. That's always what people have said. I mean, I told him I'm glad he makes good decisions because I take the brunt of it. If he doesn't, I get to hear about it all day, but I also hear about all the good things that he does, and people really appreciate him being here.
You'll be presenting the Team of the Year award, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And, high school sports are very important to me, and specifically Tennessee high school sports. I'm a native of this state. Played over at Union City High School. I got a little purple and gold here. We won.
John and I grew up.
We won
together.
state champs in football this year.
West
So
Tennessee, you growed up. You growed up. John and I.
You growed way up, by the way.
Well, thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you.
You guys have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you for being here, Coach.
Thank you.
A sport that Coach Joins knows nothing about, girls bowling. All I know is this.
That would be accurate.
If you're in this category,
I need the bumpers on the side there, right?
If you are in this category, you can focus, man. 'Cause I
I'll tell a story real quick. Coach Hudson from Nolensville and his wife, Kenzie, took our 2 little boys to Franklin Lanes just the other day. And they have a little section for the little kids. That the bumpers are already there.
Yes.
And it's smaller bowling balls, smaller pins. And it was so much easier, obviously. But I feel like that's where I need to be.
Yes. But the ball's small. If only they'd let you bowl with a regular size.
Yes.
Sonia Davis of Ravenwood, Libby Butler, Franklin, Reagan Huffman of Brentwood. I believe Libby is going to come join us. Yeah, come on.
Come on up, Libby.
Come on around. Okay.
You look so pretty.
As a guy who struggles to break 100, what's your high score? What's your best ever?
I think a 219.
Wow.
His eyes just went about that big.
So seriously, how many open frame? One? Can you have any?
Yes, to get something that high, you have to have maybe 1 open frame.
So where did this come from? Mom, dad, or just you inspired?
Yes, so freshman year.
Wii bowling?
Yeah, Wii bowling. Freshman year, I saw that there were like tryouts, and I was like, we should try it to all my good friends. And so we went, tried out. We were really, really bad, but we still made the team. And I've loved it ever since then.
I love it.
That's impressive that your knack for playing, that you just come out as a freshman now, 219's your high.
Yes,
What's your
sir.
average? You know what your average is?
My average this past season, I believe, was a 140.
Wow.
Something like that.
That's great.
Great. It's awesome.
Hey, the family approves.
Anna Glenn and Sierra.
I have Sona Davis, a bowler at Ravenwood. What was your favorite memory from this year?
Other than making a lot of memories with my teammates, my favorite was definitely, so there was this one time I was bowling and kind of dropped it behind me. It was a little bit embarrassing, but I came back, so it's all good.
I'm glad you did. I gotta ask, what's your best score?
My best score, not necessarily on record, like with the team, but I did get a 202.
That's impressive. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Anna Glenn. Boys bowling. Justin Hammers, Brentwood, 2-time Wilco finalist. Aaron Hughes, Fairview, Legend Matic, Page. Coach Qualls said he definitely wins best name, or Dr. Qualls said he wins best name in the WCS. Michael Cruson from Summit won this last year, so I believe Aaron Hughes is going to come join us here in a second. But same deal. I can't wait to hear what his high score is. Do we have a 300 in the?
Where do they practice? Where do they go?
I don't know. Franklin
I need to know
Lanes?
that. I'd like to see them in action.
You know, it's always interesting to me to see how, you know, a sport like bowling that maybe is not quite as mainstream as the others, how you get started. And they're serious about their craft, obviously. You know, and that, I'm sure there's some challenges with that, getting started,
And they're serious
finding
with
times
their
to practice.
style
Yeah,
tonight too, aren't they?
yeah. The bowlers do well style-wise, we can see.
Come on up here, Aaron. Come on.
Here you go.
Don't stand behind him. Come on. All right, Aaron, real quick. We asked the ladies, what's your high score ever in bowling?
224.
224.
Hey, Libby was
This year.
219.
219, that's strong. Do you two face each other? I mean, do you three, like, how often do you all get a
Twice a year.
Twice a year? Does it get pretty intense in there?
Sometimes, I mean,
Is there trash talking?
yeah,
in bowling?
only.
Yeah.
Just depends on the team that you
Or
play.
is it kind of like like a nod? Like,
It's
hey.
like if you just don't like that school, or it's like the rivalry between Brentwood and Franklin, or Fairview and Page. It's just like a battle of 840, you know.
Well, this is going to be a fun category. Good luck to all three of you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
All right, buddy.
Good job, guys.
Cheerleading. Aaron Gardner of Franklin last year won this
Yes.
category, but this year the three finalists, Maddie Brown, Summit, Lauren Callister, Franklin, and Sydney DiGnastino from Ravenwood High School. Those are the cheerleading finalists. My wife was a cheerleader, my daughter's a cheerleader.
They do so much for school spirit too.
Without a doubt.
And athleticism way underrated in this category too. Have you ever seen the
I agree.
competition cheerleaders? Believe me, that's athleticism.
Yeah.
Come
No
on up
doubt
here.
about it.
Maddie, come join us real quick.
You girls can come too.
Come on up, ladies.
So, cheerleading, just like he said, there's no good basketball game or good football game without a good cheerleading squad, right?
That is true. That is true.
So, going into the game, what is it, like, hey, tonight we got to do a good job of this. It's on us. Make sure the crowd's right.
I think for my team, we just walk in there and our goal is just to get the whole community involved, not just like students, but parents and middle schoolers and just everyone, to make sure everyone's having a good time. Be loud, be spiritful,
That's
throw
good.
people in the air.
I got a question. It's not always easy. You're not always in a great mood, right? So when you're not, like you said, what do you get? Kind of tough through it, right?
Yeah, you kind of just have to put your game day smile on and just wave, kick high, keep going.
I love that motto. That should be a T-shirt.
I
right there.
really should. I bet you it's on there
Well,
somewhere.
you all do a great job of it.
Thank you so
And
much.
We're glad you're
We
here.
appreciate you, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Good luck.
Okay, dance. The finalists for dance: Emma Phillips of Fairview, Molly Robinson, Brentwood, Khalees Goodwin of Centennial. They make up the dance finalist. Haley Diggs last year was the winner from Ravenwood. Same deal, man. Sometimes I don't think you think of that as seriously. I mean, sometimes, especially if you don't have girls, but
Again, I'd throw it back to both of you. I'd love to see you two cheerleaders and dance too.
Hey, I'm not doing the Bruce Pearl paint my chest thing. I'm not doing
And you
that.
have to wear what they wear.
I'm not doing that. You know, the one thing that I noticed real quickly in this school system is the spirit of the student sections. Second to none anywhere. And those cheerleaders, members of the dance teams, they have a lot to do with that. They do. Great student sections, really at every school.
Yeah.
And Anna Glenn and Sierra are going to talk to the dance finalists.
We have the 3 dance finalists of the year with us on the red carpet. How long have you 3 been dancing?
15 years.
4. Wow, that sounds bad.
7 years.
And do you guys plan on pursuing this after high school?
Just recreationally, but not in like college or anything.
Yeah, same. I'm not really.
I would love to dance collegiately. Awesome. Thanks. Over to you guys.
Thank you, ladies. Girls tennis. We've got a familiar name in this category, Summer Henry of Brentwood. She was the 16-17 AAA state champion. She won this category last year, signed with, do you know who Coach joins? The Hoosiers.
Yes, I did know that. Actually.
Indiana.
Talked to her mother about that.
Emma Mars of Ravenwood and Olivia Peterson of Independence. Girls tennis, another one, soccer, volleyball.
Yeah.
When you're talking tennis, you can pretty much bank you're going to hear a WCS school or two.
Yeah.
right up there at the top.
And it's year round. You know, I know some of these girls, they practice indoor, outside. And what's amazing is that they have the ability to, you know, singles, doubles, but the way that they move and the way they read and react, and their serves are incredible. And we've got one coming up here to the desk now.
Summer Henry joins us. She won the Wilco last year, state championship. Your highlight wasn't the state championship; it was winning the Wilco last year, right?
Of course.
It was. They were close. Back again this year. You know, going to Indiana. Obviously, you're a great tennis player. I know this. Out of state to get into Indiana, you have to be a good student too. Why Indiana?
I didn't even really know where it was, and my dad was like, I think you should visit, and I was like, how far is that? And he said it was only 4 hours, and I was like, okay, I'll go. And then it was so pretty, and just the coaches, we kind of just connected, so that was good.
It's going to be fun. Coach joins, and I would like to, if you can get us into a basketball game, that would be really great.
Let me ask you this, Summer. So you're known for your singles play, obviously. Talk about playing doubles at the high school level.
Yeah, I think it's definitely more relaxing and fun, and it's just you have a teammate and you just kind of.
Will you be asked to play doubles at Indiana, or are you going to specialize in singles?
I think there's 6 lines, and usually those 6 girls play doubles too.
See.
But sometimes if there's a girl that's just super good at doubles, she'll only do that. But yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you. Tonight. Anna Glenn and Sierra are with Emma Mars and Olivia Peterson.
Emma Mars, a nominee for Female Tennis Player of the Year. How would you say your coach has contributed to your spot here tonight at Ravenwood?
Well, our previous coach, Robbie McCammon, he had gone to Ensworth, and so we had our assistant coach become our head coach, and he did a really great job this year. He really stepped up, and the guys are doing really great. We're really proud of them, and he did a great job.
Good luck tonight. Thank you. Sierra?
Olivia, you have done exceptionally well at tennis this year at Independence. What do your future visions for this sport look like?
Hopefully just continuing playing my senior year and hopefully making it to state next year.
Awesome. Thanks. Over to you guys.
You know, another sport where you're just on an island. Now, believe this or not, Tate, I played a little tennis.
I bet you did.
I played a little high school tennis. Wait, you don't think I played tennis?
They don't play tennis in Kentucky.
I played on the one court.
That's called pickleball.
I played on the one court in my area. But you're out by yourself there. You got to get a serve in, man. That's rough.
That's tough. I know, man.
It's not a good time to Tate starts laughing.
Come on, man.
Well, you thought it was funny too. Boys, speaking of tennis, boys tennis. Cliff Herring, Ravenwood, Donovan Janisek of Brentwood, Jack Hayes of Centennial, Sam Fisher won this award last year. I think he went to Alabama. I think he and Coach Fulmer are pen pals now.
But Coach Fulmer had the mic last, though, right? So he had the mic last, so he had the final say there.
Coach Fulmer's witty, man. Don't battle wits with Coach. But hey, another one. We're always up there in the boys tennis, and so Jack Hayes from Centennial is going to come join us. Jack, I already got to tell you, man, I'm digging the bow tie. Come on up here.
Oh, thank you.
Come on around.
Okay.
Coach Joins grew up playing tennis, and he's going to ask you a question about tennis.
So let's talk about the league that you're in. I mean, we're obviously this area. If you can come out of this area in tennis, then you've got a real shot at the region tournament, state tournament. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's definitely a lot of competition around here. Cliff Herring, Ravenwood, and then Donovan from Brentwood. You know, those schools are really tough competitors, and obviously our program Centennial is definitely growing, but I'm looking forward. It's sad I'm senior year, but I'm looking forward to see what they have in the future, so just really glad I could be a part of that.
Will you do the USTA circuit this summer? Now, Tate's going to be impressed with this question. He didn't know I know that.
That is
yeah, I'll probably be doing a couple tournaments. I don't know if I'll have a lot of time, though, just need to work a lot, going to Martin Methodist next year, so need to make a lot of money, but definitely 2 or 3 tournaments for sure.
Great.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Get to find the Hickory House if you haven't already. Anna Glenn and Sierra are with Donovan and Cliff.
Donovan Janisek is a member of the Brentwood tennis team. He's here as a freshman. What does it mean to you to be here tonight?
It's a great honor. A lot of solid competition, so it's cool to be here.
You got a lot of high school ahead of you. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm here with Cliff Herring from Ravenwood High School. Cliff, how long have you been playing tennis?
I've been playing in tournaments since I was 8, so this will be my 10th year as a competition player.
Wow, that's awesome. And what do your future visions for this sport look like?
Well, I'll be going to UTK this fall, and I'm going to try out for the team. And if that falls short, I'm definitely going to be playing club tennis and coaching in the future.
Awesome, great. Thanks. Over to you guys.
Thank you, Sierra. We've got one of the male Athlete of the Year finalists that could not be here earlier, Darius James. Darius, you were a Mr. Football finalist, and obviously in AA football. You were, a shot away from going to the state tournament in basketball, a big part of your track. Coach Joins asked earlier, are you on the swim team?
Oh, no.
Do you bowl?
Yeah, I can bowl a little bit. Not that
bet he
good,
can.
but
Talk a little bit about your senior year, man. I mean, it would have been easy to say, I just want to play football, or I just want to play basketball. Why'd you keep competing in all the sports for the Yellow Jackets?
it was a great year, honestly. Like, I love the move that I did. My parents, we talked about it, and it was a great move, and I thought. And football, sports, I mean, it was all a great year. And I think we all just I think everybody loved me coming. And it was just, I guess everybody was grateful that I came. And that's what everybody tells me now, so.
Well, I know Dr. Qualls is. He talks about you a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And I like that jacket.
Thank
you look
you.
good.
Thank
You're
you.
in the running.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he? Okay.
He looks good. He looks really
Thank you,
good.
brother. Good luck
Thank you.
tonight.
Thank you.
Good luck. All right, we're going to go to girls track. Something I actually know. I know something about Coach Joins. Girls track. Maybe, seriously, maybe the toughest category here. And that's a big statement. Catherine Coffey of Brentwood High School, shot put discus, can do it. Gigi Maddox of Page.
Another multi-sport.
Multi-sport, Auburn Tiger, and then Amber Jones of Nolensville. Let me give you a little something on Catherine Coffey. The grade 8. Y'all know what that is? They take the top.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
She threw now she's the defending champion, obviously, but she gets to the grade 8, 46 feet 5 inches in the shot put.
Wow.
And 146.1 in the discus. I'm telling you, she would have placed in the boys' side.
Yeah.
You don't think I could serve a tennis ball that far, do you?
And her brother is not far. I mean, he's going to be a shot putter too. Come on up here, Catherine.
Okay.
Come on around here with us. Shot put, discus. I mean,
Yeah, I do it all.
you do it all. 46.5. Tell me this, because
Wow.
I know y'all are all around there. When the boys see you throw, do they turn around and they're like, man, I don't want to throw after her.
Yeah. My little brother, he they keep on talking to him. They just go and say, like, is that your sister? He's like, yeah, that's my sister. He's like, bro, she's a tough act to follow. I was like, okay, yeah, thanks. And like when I hear that, they're like, oh yeah, it's just like really amazing that your sister can do that. And it's like, and I'm really like I would be kind of scared to follow her after that. I was like, oh, thanks.
I would too.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you've got the state track meet left this year.
Yeah.
We ready? We focused? We in good shape?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
Arms feeling good.
Oh yeah, I've been ready for this. I'm very pumped. I'm just ready to go and just show people what I can do because I'm totally ready for this.
Well, your daddy was a great football player and he was a very tough football player, but he could not throw the shot put.
Yeah.
Hey, that smile, he's a proud papa too, isn't he?
Thank you.
Good luck tonight. Very proud of you. Anna Glenn.
Sierra and I have Amber Jones on the red carpet. Amber, you're a track runner at Nolensville High School. What would you say was the best race you ran this season?
It would have to be at subsectionals this year. We ran it, I want to say last Saturday, and I ran a 12:63.
Wow, congratulations.
And Amber, who's inspired you most in this sport?
Absolutely, Allison Felix. She's such a great runner, and she's so talented. She also went to the school UCLA, which I aspire to go to, and she's such a great athlete. She can run 400, 200, 100, literally everything, and she's just has a great spirit, and I just love her.
Thanks. We're so glad to have you here tonight. Over to you guys.
I'm pumped about that one. I have my prediction, but I'm not going to get it. Boys track. TJ Sheffield from Independence won it last year. Guess what? He's back again this year. TJ Sheffield, Independence. Michael Muir of Navy, Franklin, Navy track signee. Davis Bove of Centennial, and Kyle Costner, decathlete from Brentwood. I love decathletes, Coach Goodwin.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, I can't say anything about decathletes, but in high school I ran the pentathlon, and I got second.
Did you really?
Do you
Yeah.
run the pentathlon?
Yeah, you enter the pentathlon, had to do hurdles, sprints, long
Wow.
distance, long jump, triple jump.
Who was the? You didn't have a track coach.
I didn't
Did
tell
you
you
teach
how
yourself?
many teams were in it.
Doesn't matter. No, don't tell.
Second.
Oh, all of them, right?
All of them. All of them.
All right, TJ and Michael, come on up.
Come on up, fellas. Now, Michael, I'm going to tell you about this as he comes up, who's obviously Franklin High School. He is committed to the Naval Academy.
One of y'all can go over
How about that, Tate? Committed to the Naval
Yeah.
Academy. How about that?
Well, they don't. We talked about it with John Carter last year. They don't. One, you got to be a great athlete. Two, you got to be a great student. Three, you got to be a great citizen, right? Or they don't even.
He
it's not even a
passes all
conversation.
three, I can tell you, no question.
Michael, how excited are your mom and dad?
They're super excited,
Yeah.
like beyond excited. I can't even explain how excited they are.
I know you make them so proud.
Mom went
Yeah.
there, right?
Both parents went there.
Both.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd say they're happy.
Yeah.
Army, like, what if you had to entertain that? Would that is that kind of like
That
Alabama?
wouldn't even be an
Auburn,
option.
or-
It's not a conversation.
Nah, not even yet.
He's been talking trash with Caden Williams already, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Who's at Army? You know this.
Good luck, brother. TJ Sheffield, you won this last year. Back again this year. What's your best event? 200?
Yeah, I think my
200
200 is the best
All
right
right.
now.
How's your 200 time going this year?
I got a 22.23 so far, so.
That's strong.
Yeah.
Very.
And
Tate, you want to race them?
no. Hey, can I run the 40?
50?
He can get the head start like the guy does at the Braves games. What's that guy? You know what I'm talking about? Mr. Freeze.
Oh, yeah. Football, man. Top 8, you whittled it down. Are
Yes,
we down
sir.
to top 4 yet?
Not yet.
Don't know.
Not yet.
Yeah. Can you give us a little inside?
Nah,
no. Okay.
nah.
Well, good luck tonight, and we
Appreciate it.
and the great thing is we got another season of watching you play football.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
a couple more multi-sport guys right here.
Yep.
That's awesome.
No doubt about it.
Good luck
luck,
tonight,
guys.
fellas. Okay, now we're going to go to boys soccer, and the final. Oh, back to Anna Glenn and Sierra. I'm sorry, jumped the gun.
Kyle's up against some tough competition in your category for track runner of the year this year. How do you feel about your performance at Brentwood this season?
This season, I haven't really done anything. I pulled my hamstring 3 times, so this season I haven't really done much. I just have the decathlon at state to get through, get points for my team.
And what do you feel your biggest challenges on the track?
Probably getting my mind focused so like I can get prepared to run as fast as I can against all the other competitors.
All right, thanks. Back to you guys.
Now, thank you. Now to boys soccer. Last year, Joseph Malloy from Franklin won it. Chris Miller Hill of Franklin. Jacob, I like this. This is up there for name of the year. We want to have Jacob Van Landingham, Page, multi-sport guy coach.
Love that.
Alex Morales, Independence.
Those are some soap opera names too.
Big time.
Any young people know? They don't even know what
The
a soap
days of
opera
Willcos.
is. That's
Is that what it
right.
is?
The
Yeah.
young and the restless.
Right. They think Nashville's a nighttime soap opera. Boys soccer, another one that we dominate in,
And if you come out of this area, you've got a shot.
you got a shot. And here's what I love: a lot of people think you can't play Van Landingham. That's one thing I love about him. That they think you can't play. If you play soccer, you can't play football. Yes, you can, and he does it pretty dang well. Come on up here. Chris Miller Hill is going to join us from Franklin. Come on up.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you can stay with us. Come on.
You're fine.
Chris, Franklin soccer.
Yes, sir.
Sum up Franklin soccer for us in a sentence or two.
It's just a bunch of hard-working guys being dudes. Just
What do you say?
bunch of hard-working guys.
Bunch of hard workers.
Just
I
guys
like
being
it. Well,
dudes.
Ever since Coach Burgoyne's got there, it's
Yeah.
right.
Really
and,
has.
You talk about just 11. It's a broken record, but 11 AAA alone. If you make it out of this district, you
Yeah,
got a
it's-
pretty dang good team, right?
It's a very hard district to play in. I think every team is capable of beating anybody, and that was really evident this year. So.
And Franklin will have a shot too. Believe me, on down the line here.
Without a doubt. Axel Morales of Independence. Axel, same thing. This is one of the better years you all have had. Just the depth of 11 AAA. Obviously, if you play at the level you are playing, you probably play some travel soccer too. I mean, it's as good as it gets right here, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
Proud of proud of this past season?
Oh yeah, of course. Our guys put everything out there. Of course, Franklin, they did a really good job of taking us and leading their boys over us.
Well, fellas, good luck tonight. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Girls softball. Well, softball, right? Female softball. Hannah Koenig of Brentwood won it last year. She's back this year, but this is a tough category. Hannah Koenig of Brentwood, Jenna Johnson of Page, and Jalen Chesson of Independence. Hannah Koenig.
Tate, if we can, I think we'd be remiss not to mention Mr. Price Wynn, who's down there helping Dr. Qualls.
No doubt about it.
Price, a marketing student out there at Franklin. We really appreciate his help. And I appreciate Dr. Qualls letting us be involved. Real world marketing right here, Tate.
Yeah. He's a good one. That
He
kid's
is.
not going to have a hard time getting a job.
No.
I'm going to give you a little
Not at
stats on Hannah here. Over 800 career strikeouts as a pitcher. This year alone, 25-6, .78 ERA. You played with some great softball players in high school, Coach Goodwin. 265 strikeouts this year alone, 3 no-hitters. And what does she do from the plate? She bats .488 batting average. And come on up, Hannah. And they went to the state tournament last year. Coach Goodwin, I'm going to let you talk to her. Coach played with some great softball players in high school.
How is it every time, a new batter steps in, your focus, ready to attack them? I mean, what's your mindset every time that you have to kind of recharge once they step?
I'm not a pitcher.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
What do you play?
I play center field.
Well, I bet center field is the hardest position out there. Tate used to play center field.
I did. I did a good job of it. What's the highlight of your season so far this year?
I would say I've made a few diving catches, but one of the big games we played was against Indy, and there's a girl here, Jalen, and she's from Indy, and so I had a big game in center field. I made a few catches, and in one game against Brentwood, I threw a girl out at the plate, and that was a big moment.
That's awesome
for our team.
Well, I tell you what, we are extremely impressed. I know you've got some tough competition tonight. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know this isn't a category, but you're up for dress of the night.
Thank you.
If I have a vote.
Thank you.
Sierra?
I'm over here with Jalen Chesson from Independence High School.
So tell me, what was the most rewarding part about being on the Indy softball team this year?
I think this year just having a brand new coach on our team, and Shane Buchanan is a great guy and a great coach. I think just being one of his first players on the Independence High School team was the most rewarding.
Cool, congratulations. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sierra. Baseball, finishing up with baseball. We've got some great finalists in that category. We've got Robert Hassel is going to be joining us. Carson
Sophomore,
Roble,
right?
sophomore, Vanderbilt
Unbelievable.
commit.
And was a finalist as a freshman, correct?
Yes, and Vanderbilt commit. So what does that tell you?
Wow.
Caleb Pearson of Brentwood and Carter Sells of Ravenwood. So Robert won it last year as a freshman, right?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Come on up, Robert. Good to see you, man.
See you too.
Won the Willcos last year, back up for a finalist again this year.
Yes, sir.
Vanderbilt commit. What do you like doing better? You like throwing or you like hitting better?
Been hitting for longer, but pitching, ever since I started playing last year, pitching, I started loving it. But I'd call myself a hitter more than I'd call myself a pitcher. So, but it is what it is. I just like playing. So.
Talk about your season.
Well,
These guys are fixing to walk through.
we were an older team, I think 12 seniors, something like that. But so the chemistry was there.
Yeah.
And we're together 10 months. 9-10 months with each other throughout the year.
Right.
So the chemistry's there anyway. But I think we had the right attitude and we fought as hard as we could. But I'm happy for the seniors and their careers. And
Talk about being a leader as a sophomore too, because obviously when you can play, and obviously you can, there's going to be some natural leadership required from you as well, right?
Right. Well, I'm just trying to. I try to let my, play do the talking most of the time. But yeah, it was just great to be with those guys, and a great couple seasons I've had with them, and I'm just happy. I'm just happy for them. But wish them the best of luck, and we'll be right back at it next season. So, yes, sir.
Good luck, brother.
Thank you
Anna
so
Glenn?
much. Thank you.
Thank
as a member of the Nolensville baseball team, what would you say is your proudest accomplishment from this year?
I'd say my proudest accomplishment would be leading the group of guys that we have. We have a very young group. We have no seniors yet. We're still waiting on our first graduating class, which will be us next year. And I'd say our group of guys is easily one of the best things I've ever been a part of, because I wouldn't ask for a better group of guys to lead and be a part and catch and hit with, play with, practice with. I couldn't ask for anything more.
And how did you step up into this leadership position?
I'd say that it was a matter of time before we needed to figure out who needed to step up, and there were spots needed to be filled, and for a guy like me to be stepping in a room like that with a whole lot of guys that are younger, like faster, agile, not as strong, but we still need a guy. I'd say that it was a little bit harder than most teams just because we have less experience, but we definitely made it work and made the most of it this year.
You're well deserving of this nomination. Good luck tonight. Back to you guys at the desk.
Courage Award winner, Summit Football. They're going to be joining us, Coach Brian Coleman. He's also a Coach of the Year nominee. This is what we were talking to Coach Harris and Coach Robinson about, but this is this is what community. I think right? Yeah. I think community is the word that comes to mind about this. But this team, what they overcame and what they rallied around. But Coach Goodwin, you spoke about it. But they're the Courage Award winner and well deserving.
I think I've heard Coach Coleman say several times, band of brothers, and really when adversity struck, not just our school but our community, they just rallied around each other, and it was just amazing to see every night, how they just turned to each other when their backs were against the wall, third and long, and they would just make it happen night after night after night. And I know, Coach Coleman, he's such a great motivator, a leader for them, but also, he's a great mentor to those guys. And I really hope that, a couple years after they're gone, they understand kind of the impact that they've made, both in the community, but with each other too.
The Courage Award, it's so much bigger than sports.
Yeah.
It really is. You don't have to be a fan of football or Summit football specifically to be, pretty interested in this story.
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt. And I think that, like you talked about, I think they, as they get older, they'll see the impact they made on the school and the community. Yeah. And I bet this is a tight-knit group after high school, and sometimes you see that and sometimes you don't. But they overcame a lot on the football field this year too. That's you got a Mr. Football finalist, probably going to win the thing, goes down, and they just had guy after guy.
Was it final 8 or 16?
Guys, y'all look good.
Was it quarterfinals for them or?
Yeah, 16? They made the quarterfinals.
Yeah, without him.
Lost to Beach by 5 points, who, as you know.
Yep, great program.
And might I say, we have the best looking staff at Summit High School. Look at them.
My feelings are a little hurt you saying that, actually.
Joins, you got some tough competition over here.
So not only is this guy, well, no, this guy can bench press more than anybody in the room, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
I noticed Tate's sucking it in when you came. You walked out.
Here's a couple included.
Hey,
I don't know.
I know we don't have time for this, but real quick, when I went in to get my tux fitted, he's in there. And
Made
I'm getting
you feel
fitted
good about
next
yourself.
to him. I'm like, man, timing no good here. Courage Award. You're up for Coach of the Year, but I think you're more proud of this. And Coach of the Year is because of your team.
Yes, definitely.
Man, team. That's what this team is.
That's what it's all about, man. These guys just came together and love each other and took care of each other, and that's what we tried to. After all that happened, we wanted them to get together. We wanted them to, love on each other and take care of each other. And they definitely did that throughout the season and dedicated the season to in memory of Max, and did it with grace, dedication, and perseverance. So they did a great job.
You can be proud of that, and you won't say it, but as the leader of the program, you were a big part of that, man. So your kids play hard for you, and that's because they love you, and we love you.
I love you too, Tate.
Sometimes.
Good to see you.
Congratulations, Coach.
Sometimes.
It's going to be good. Coach Brian Coleman, Summit Football. It's going to be a good one. Can't wait to watch it. Media Students of the Year, and Coach Goodwin, Coach joins. We talk about this every year. I didn't know about this until, Dr. Qualls came and started doing these things. These guys are the most impressive people to me of this night because they are unbelievable. They put stuff out that looks better than a lot of the stuff.
The highlight packages.
It's unbelievable.
All of that, it's incredible.
And the department chairs and teachers, that it is so cool that they have the opportunity to do this. And it is every school you go to, and that's the thing that's most fun about.
You're partial to this first guy with the hat.
Without a doubt, man. This guy gets it. Gets it.
Another guy that gets it right in a whole different way.
Stephen Hook of Page High School. Ty Carter. I didn't know that. He's a media student of Summit.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
either.
Garrett Fee of Independence. Yeah. But wave. Tell your mom. Say hi, Mom. Garrett Fee of Independence. Bryson Sams of Franklin High School, and Bethany Faust of Brentwood. But they do an unbelievable job in the media department, and it's just fun. Go on YouTube, watch the game days, watch. They're a big part of this, and it's a really neat deal. So we've got the athletic director. You coming, Q? We've got Dr. Jeremy Qualls, the athletic director of WCS Sports Conference, and his
boss. That's his boss.
He's with the boss. That's right.
Smaller one, I think, is his
Miss
boss.
Qualls, and of course the Princess Smurf, Peanut, aka Peanut. She's still in the show tonight.
Yeah, she is.
And he's got a special guest with him that is the, I believe, the John Mayer Builders Sportsman Award, and this is a neat story as well. They always are, but. Dr. Qualls wearing a lot of hats tonight.
He's wearing
he likes this night.
Mainly he's been telling us to hurry it up.
Jacket. I like it.
Come on up here, brother.
It's my man, Tannis Beat from Fairview. This guy right here, remarkable gentleman. I'm super glad he's here with us tonight. He has no earthly idea why he's here, but he will find out later.
No, I was sitting for like 2 hours in there, and I had no clue what was going on. So I haven't figured out since he invited me, so I have no clue why I'm here.
I'll give you a tip. You're not in trouble.
All right.
Well, there's a lot of people in there not knowing what's going on either, so just hang with us. This is the end of the show, thank goodness.
Well,
what are you saying, Dr. Qualls?
Y'all done great.
Okay.
It's been fantastic. This is my favorite part of the whole evening.
You pleased?
Very.
Going to be a good night?
I hope so. I think everybody in there may not be as happy as I am, but it's fixing to come to a start right here. We're fixing to get in here and get this thing rolling.
Anna Glenn has the superstars over there.
Uh-oh.
I have Jeremy's daughter on the red carpet with me. How proud are you of your dad for putting all this together?
Good.
Okay, where did you get your dress? You look really pretty.
I was in a pageant, and this was my second pageant dress.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Are you excited to be here tonight?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your favorite sport to watch?
Cheerleading.
Me too. That's awesome. Back to you guys at the desk.
You're in trouble. But you already know that. Well, I heard we got a new MC this year.
Unfortunately, it's me, so I better get this
You
thing
better
ready.
go.
Let's get this thing on the road. Y'all done a great job. Thank y'all.